Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So I'm in the car doing my intro, which is how my life is going. But anyway, I'm super excited to craft for Christmas. It's so time, right? And I can't believe it's already time for Christmas crafts. But anyway, my theme this year is Rustic Christmas, and so I'm super excited to start that out with a fun rustic Christmas wreath. So let's jump into the video. So for today's project, we're going to start with one of these artificial evergreen wreaths, and I took it outside and I'm going to spray it with just some white spray paint. I don't fluff it out, nothing special. I just spray it so it looks like it has a little bit of snow on it. Next, I'm taking these plastic candy canes that I got at Hobby Lobby, and they are 40% off, and you get like 48 of them, so you get quite a bit in the box. So if you want to make more of these or you do different things with them, I have another video coming out this week that has another project with these. But we're using ribbon here, and we're just going to wrap it all around the candy cane. In my next video, I use fabric, and I liked using the fabric a lot better than the ribbon, but this ribbon wasn't all that forgiving either. It's one of those burlap ribbons from the Dollar Tree, and it's kind of the thinner, non-wired ribbon. So we're just going to wrap it around the candy cane all the way to the top. This piece ends up being slightly shorter than the candy cane, so I just take another little tiny piece and continue wrapping. It's super forgiving, so if you don't cut the right amount or you wrap it kind of funny, it's okay because we're going for a country look, and so you kind of want it to be the ragged, kind of old-fashioned, vintagey looking material. So once I have the candy canes all wrapped with the ribbon, and this was I believe one spool of ribbon that I used to do all 10 candy canes. Then I'm going to put them back to back, and I'm just using some twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap it around several times to connect them together. Once I have them totally wrapped all together, then I go ahead and cut off the twine, and then I'm going to hot glue the twine to the back of these candy canes. So this is super easy. I'm just wanting them to stay in place for when I attach them to my wreath. So after I put the twine on here, I did put a pipe cleaner, but I had cut my pipe cleaners in half and they ended up being too short. So if you want to apply these to the wreath without gluing them on or gluing them onto anything else, definitely use a full pipe cleaner, and you're just going to wrap it around here after the twine, and then you can attach the ribbon after that. But anyway, I just go ahead and do all the bunches, and now I'm ready to make some little bows. So these are just, the messy bows, just a smaller version, and I'm taking some red burlap ribbon, some gold ribbon, and some kind of country polka dotted ribbon that's red and brown. These were all ribbons I had in my stash, and I'd be willing to bet they all came from either the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, because that seems to be where I buy my Christmas ribbon. So once I have those tied together in the middle, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it here to the candy canes, and you can see my pipe cleaner there. Like I said, cutting it in half was too short, so if you want to attach it with that, then go ahead and use a full pipe cleaner. So now I'm taking some burlap that I had in my stash, and I'm going to cut 3 pieces of burlap. So I'm going with a tan color, then I'm going with the dark brown color, and then a red. I'm going to treat this kind of like the messy bow, so I'm going to crisscross it, and then I'm going to put one down the middle, kind of like I'm making a star shape, I guess. And then I'm going to tie it off in the middle. So just a note to self, I felt like I should have measured my burlap a little bit better. These were kind of large pieces. But I mean, I love the final look of it all, and I'm really happy with it. So it's kind of up to you, and if you want to make these a little bit smaller. But here's the crisscross pattern, and then one in the middle, and then I'm going to tie it together like I would a bow. And then I'm just using a pipe cleaner here, and I'm going to tie it off in the middle because I'm going to tie these pieces into my wreath with the pipe cleaner. So I pull really tightly here, just like I would some deco mesh, and then I secure it. So this piece right here was a project that I already created in another video. So if you want to see how I made this middle section of our wreath, I will put that up here in the cards. I'll also put it at in the description box, and you can check that video out. So I'm going to attach the sign to the middle, and I went ahead and used hot glue, my pipe cleaners, and then I finished it off in the back there with some tape and ribbon just to secure it. So once I get it onto the wreath form, I'm ready to attach the rest of the parts. So I'm adding the burlap pieces first, and I like to go in odd numbers. So I'm going to just go around the wreath. I believe I used 5 of these. And then when I go ahead and get all of the pieces of burlap attached there, then I'm going to go back with the candy canes that we already put together, and those are going to go into the middle of the burlap pieces. So I had 2 candy canes left over that did not have a burlap piece to go to, and so I went ahead and attached those just right into the wreath. I realized after I was done though that I wanted a burlap piece to go up at the top of the reindeer's head, and so I was short one. So if you go ahead and put the burlap above the reindeer's head, or whatever piece you're using in the middle here, you're gonna want to have maybe one more extra candy cane grouping. So I just hot glued these into the middle of the burlap just because my pipe cleaners weren't long enough to go around there, but you could secure them with a pipe cleaner as well into the wreath form, and that would work just as good. So this was just a super simple wreath to do today, and it turned out so cute. I love farmhouse, I love country, rustic country, and that is the theme I'm going for this year for my Christmas decor. So I'm super excited. Once I get those all onto the wreath, I'm going to take some raffia, and you can see me, I'm just kind of poking it in around the burlap pieces. I do go back and attach it with hot glue once I'm pretty happy with where I've made the placement of it. I like this because it definitely gives it the country feel, and you get just kind of more of a, I guess, down on the farm country kind of look with the raffia. But I just go around all the pieces of the burlap and I stick it in there, and I don't really measure out how much I'm putting in there. This was just the rest of a bag that was already open, and I spread it out amongst the entire wreath. And once I get all those pieces in there, then this wreath is going to be complete.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I hope you guys love the wreath, and if you missed the project that is the center of today's wreath, check it out here. And don't forget to stay subscribed if you want to check out the rest of my Christmas rustic DIYs that will be happening for probably the rest of the year. So I'm super excited to share them with you. I'm super excited to go this route for Christmas. I love rustic decor. So if you have missed any of my other Christmas videos, or you're into Christmas crafting right now, check out this playlist. And as always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start. And I will see you in my next video.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?